Cool. All right, so I'm starting taking a video recording now. Hello? Yeah, good. That's good. I'm just testing over here and make sure um, we have everything captured. So so yeah. Last week we did learn something new here. Okay, so good. So in this week, we're starting to learn the conceptual cost estimating. So that is a lecture notes 2 on the Blackboard. Make sure you have this one open because you are taking some notes during the same time doing the lecture, right? So there are four different methods we're going to learn in this semester. So that's a hand calculation. You must understanding and know how to do it because it will appear in your quiz assignments and the exam a couple of times until you fully understanding what is it. So those methods are kind of likely similar because for the methods 1 and 2, we were using the same table to do it, but the data we pick up from them are different. And for the method 3, we call unit cost adjustment. That may be the easiest one, right? And then for the comparable function estimate, that is really easy one, but it can be changed to a worse situation. It's more challenging as well. So let's take a look what's the definition for those four methods, and also we will learn how to perform the hand calculations. So does everyone have a calculator, scientific calculator available, right? Everyone make sure you either have access to the your iPad, you can take the notes overlap the slide, or you can um, getting access to any like white papers. If you don't have anyone, they have some over there. You can take that. So let's starting to learn those methods. Okay. So the first question is we will do review here is why we need to do the conceptual estimates. Since we already know we can do assembly estimates, we can do the data estimates, but why we needed to do this conceptual estimates? You guys can recall the information we learned from the estimate process. You know, during the project time, you have your uh, conceptual design, you have your design, you have your construction documents, right? And the detailed documents. So in which stages we're using the conceptual estimates. So if you forgot it, you can go back to the lecture notes 1 and figure out what is it, okay? So estimates is done based on the limited information, also called a primary or the budget estimates, right? So estimates is generally prepared by the owner during the feasibility study or by the designer during the design phase, right? So here is has just answered my question. When we using conceptual estimates, it's during the feasibility study or by the designer, right? So it may be prepared by the contract for negotiation work as well. So most of you will be the project manager in the future. As a contractor, you may need to know this as well for the negotiation, right? So the preparation of the conceptual cost estimates is required knowledge, experience, and the cost information from a previous similar project, right? Similar type and similar size. So the similar project is your company data, all right? And because you can do different uh, projects which is similar design but in different cities or in the same cities or in the past right? You are using those previous data for estimates your new project data looks like, cost looks like, right? So that is for the data perspective, right? But it's also required knowledge. So you are going to learn the knowledge how to prepare the conceptual estimates in this class, right? And experience, so that is when you're doing the project, you may notify they have some changes as well. So in those cases, you will be able to perform the conceptual estimates. So there are three levels of accuracy for the conceptual estimates. So level one is plus 440% to negative 10%. Level two is plus 25 to the negative 5. So the plus is means you can over budget, and the less is means the negative is means you can less or under budget, right? So why we treat as over budget is, I mean, the value, absolute value is more than the under budget one, because you are a contract or you are owner, you want to plan ahead because you may expecting they have some uncertain, they have some risk, may increase your project budget, right? In this case, you can budget more to for those bad situations if it happened, right? So that is why we have a absolute value negative 14, which is 4 times of the negative 10, right? So okay, so now we're seeing the first formula we have here. You can take a note for this one. Um, this is called weight unit cost method. So that is a very simple one. Hopefully we can I'm fully understanding this one today, right? So first you have the UC. So the UC is U is for unit, C is for cost. But we call UC is for cost, unit cost. That means that one is not happen. That one is the new project you are going to do. So in other means the UC is the unit cost for your new project, right? That is a number we're going to calculate. We're going to find out based on the previous data. So your previous data is from A, B, and C. So take it carefully. So A is minimum unit cost of your previous project. Unit cost. What is unit cost? For example, you are going to build a house. You are going to build a multiple house. How much cost for each house? So each house is a unit cost. And multiple house is your total cost, right? So the B is the average unit cost of your previous project. So what is the average unit cost means? You have built 3 houses before. Your house A is your house 1 is cost $10. House 2 is $9, and the house 3 is $11. So then you have your average cost is 10 plus 9 plus 11 divided by how many houses you built before? 3, right? So you still get a 10. So that is average cost, average unit cost. So the C is the maximum unit cost of your previous project. So the maximum unit cost of your previous project. So for that case, again, you built 3 houses before. One is $10, one is $9, one is $11. So your minimum unit cost is 9 for her house, and your maximum unit cost for your previous project is 11 for a house, and your average cost is 9 plus 10 plus 11 divided by 3, right? It's not the median, it's not the middle one, it's the average one. Okay, so now you're understanding what is UC, A, and B, and C means. And keep in mind, the formula over here is the UC is equal to 1 times A plus 4 times B plus 1 times C. So you have 1 times A, 4 times B, 1 times C. 1 plus 4 plus 1, you get a 6, right? So that is why we divided by 6. We're not using A plus B plus C divided by 3. We're using A plus 4 times B plus C divided by 6. The 6 is come from there is 1A has been headed over there as 1C, one has been headed over there, right? So let me get access to the writing board, and then we can start into have some calculations here. All right, so turn off my volume. Hello? Disconnect audio. Oh, good. So let me close this one. Okay, so I'm now sharing the screen over here, and you will see they have the overlapped annotation here. So as I mentioned before, this is UC is equal to 1 times A plus 4 times B plus 1 times C. And since we see here as 1, 4, and 1, we're going to find a unit cost, so we need to divide this one by this one by 6. So this 6 is equal to here 1 plus 4 plus 1. So that is why we divide by 6. We not divided by 3. So so that is for this formula. Okay. Make sure you write this one down, and then we're going to use it in our next case. Is ready to for the case study? All right. So the first case study we will see from here is we will keep using this one for our next one as well. So we have the cost information for 8 previous projects. So because when we're doing the concept estimate, we're always looking for the previous project data, right? So this is construction of parking garage projects is showing the table in the next page. And please using the weighted unit cost methods. So that is we just learned UC is equal to A plus 4B plus C divided by 6. So remember, this is forecast unit cost. So you are going to determine a cost for a parking garage that has 135 parking space. So one space is cost this. This is only for one space. So then for your total cost will be your proposed number 135, right? And the times with this UC. So for the additional question you may have in your quiz exam, and we'll see the proposed hospital have 1,000 bird. And then you are using this 1,000 here to replace this 135 and times with unit cost you're going to find, right? So so that is important over here. So that is a problem statement. We know we will have a table in the next page and it has 8 previous projects. And we're going to using those 8 project data to estimate a new proposed 135 parking garage cost, right? So here's the data. So when you're getting this table, because I don't have enough space, you may have more space than me. Uh, First, we see here we have the project number. And second, we see here we have the total cost. Here is total cost. So this is total cost. We did not have ABC here because ABC is all the unit cost. So we have the number of cars. How to find the unit cost? So we may make a new column here called unit cost here. So how can we find the unit cost? So the unit cost is equal to your project total cost divided by what? Number of cars, right? So this case is number of cars. Maybe in the future, the number is how many square foot, how many rooms, how many birds, right? Does that make sense? So please go ahead and do your calculation and find the unit cost for all those 8 projects. So you are using this 466, 516 divided by 150, right? And 290, 304 divided by 80. And the 5 to 25, 0 next 96 divided by this 120. And the 349, 920 divided by 90. And this 259, 290 divided by 16. And 657, 206 divided by 220. 291, 718 divided by 70. 711, 414 divided by 180. So I give you guys 5 minutes to do the calculation for those 8 projects. So the answer is in the next slides. So if you already finished all them, you can check your answer in the next slides. So I put in the four steps. We're using the weighted cost estimates. You will have 4 steps. So the first step, you will do the calculation, find your unit cost. Second step, you will find what is A, what is B, what is C. And the third step, you are using the formula to get in your UC. And the fourth step is finding your proposed project cost, which is UC times, in this case, is 135, right? So moving to the next slides here. And you will see the unit cost for this case. The first one is 3110.40. You get the same number? Yes. Okay. Yes. So the second one is 31628.80. Same number? Yeah, and then you have 4335.8. You have 3818.8 and 0.00. And you have 4321.5. You have 2987.3. You have 4167.4. And the last one is 3952.30. So now you found out the unit cost. What are we going to do in the next one? Find the ABC, right? Find the ABC first. So remember, A is the minimum unit cost for your previous project. So in this case, which number is A? Number 6. So this one is the smallest one, right? Is that one? So A is equal to this one. Does that make sense? So which is B? We not yet know B yet. Which is C? Remember, C is the maximum. So it's from 3, right? So here is B. So you can write it down. The A is equal to 2918.3. And C is equal to, sorry, here is C is not B. You're right. This is C. C is equal to 14375.8. So how to find the B? Correct. So you need to add in those you have adding those number together and divided by 8 because we have 8 projects, right? Does that make sense? So what number you have for this one? So first you can put in a total over here. Let me clean those. You can put a total here is equal to what? And then you find a B is equal to this total divided by 8 is equal to what? So total is the unit cost, sum the unit cost together. It's not sum the total cost together. It's not sum the number of costs together. It's sum those columns, the unit cost together. You have 8 and divided by 8, you're getting 8. So this divide 8 is divided by the number of projects. Okay, so for in the future you have this table is only have 6 projects. 6 projects, then you divide it by 6. Don't divide it by 8 again. Okay, how many projects you have divided this number? Because in the past we have a couple of students still divided by 8 by all entire semester. So this is the number of the projects. Number of projects you have, right? So it's 8 in this case. So what number you have for B? B is equal to A is a minimum one, the lowest one, and the C is a maximum one. So the B is equal to the total divided by the number of projects. So add those unit costs together, divided by 8, yes. So you have 38 3.196. If you get the same number here, that's awesome. So the total cost for this case is 14,600, 16,560, right? If you get this number, 46, yeah, that's add together. Okay, so there is a clean writing the notes on the blackboard. So if that is not clean, you can refer to that one. So now we found A, B, and the C. So next step we're going to do is finding what? Finding UC, right? So the UC is a forecast unit cost. So in this case, you will be using this A come from here, plus 4 times of this B, and plus 1 times of this C, and divided by 6 using the formula over here, right? So what number you get for unit cost? Take your time, do the calculation. So I'm writing down the solution over here. So the unit cost we have here in this case is you get the same number with me? 37,163.14. That's good. So since you got that number, you will be able to finding the project cost will be UC here, putting UC come to here, and times with this 135. What number you get for your project cost? No. What number you get for B? The B is this one. Yeah, because the other number you have here is predestined. Yeah. So we run out, you know. So
Put it in the system, it's not gonna round up, it's just gonna give you the whole number.
yeah, so that is because I do this calculation is using Excel. So this number you get maybe different from here. So it doesn't matter. So basically, make sure you do if you see this case here is an integer, right? And basically you can put in here as integer as well. So we only check the integer number. So this decimal place, it doesn't matter. Okay, so make sure you have your you can show your case, say you did a 1 place or 2 place, right? For your decimal, and but we were checking this integer number only. So you don't need to take picture in my class for this semester. The lecture notes is already on Blackboard. The with handwriting, note detection is already on Blackboard. And I'm doing the video reporting for this one as well. So you can review after this class, right? So go ahead.
So did you divide by 8 or divide by 6 for the formula?
Which one?
You still divide by 6.
For which one?
Yeah, even though you have that part, even though we have 8 projects.
No, which one?
So
Tell me which one you divide by 6.
when you take all the numbers A, B, and C, and then so you still divide.
So that in the step 3, you're using the which unit counts, you always divide by 6. I have explained why. Because there's one number in A, one number in C, 4 number in B. 1 plus 4 plus 1. That means you need to divide by 6. Yeah. Does that make sense? Okay. So, but for here, when you're finding the B, is divided number of projects. Okay. Yeah. So if you find a number, the UC, if you find a number UC is less than this smallest one, that means you have trouble. If you find a number UC is more than this biggest one, you're in trouble as well. Okay. So the UC should have falling in between A and C. Does that make sense? All right. So can anyone tell me the number for the total project cost?
Zero two 4.13 if you round it to the nearest cent. I think there's no minus now.
I got 37.
Oh, we said the final.
So if you run up, you get a 24, right? Yeah. So if you run up, you get this number. Where is 135 comes from? 135 is your proposed parking garage space for your new project, right?
Round up to the nearest dollar.
Yeah, you can run up to the integer number. You don't need to put the cents over there. Does that make sense? Any question here? So this cost 20 points in your midterm exam. Okay, so in your midterm, and this costs 25 in your assignment 1, and maybe cost 100 in your next quiz, right? So make sure you understand it. Go ahead. You don't need to put a decimal for your final result, but you may have decimal for your intermediate results.
Yeah.
It's round up. So if that is less than 0.5, you run up, you run down. If this is more than 0.5, you run up. Does that make sense? This is just a simple math, right? If you have a number less than 0.5, you run down, and you have number more than 0.5, you run up. Is that correct? Yes. Yeah, that's still the basic math. It's still the plus, divide, right? Plus, divide, times, plus, divide, times, plus, divide, times. So the next we were going to see may be different, right? So so I'm going to stop doing that one, and I'm open the assignment 1 for you guys. You guys can try to practice with assignment 1. Does that make sense? Okay, but you don't need to turn in your assignment 1 today. You just need to follow in these 4 procedures and try with your assignment 1. So let's ending the sharing here. Definitely we can Windows screen. So You can find your assignment one in the course content. Assignment. And you find the assignment one here. So so this is your assignment one. I'm going to change the due date, but this is a temporary one. We're not going to do this for today, right? We're not going to do this for this week. We are doing this one first change the year. So today we are in the January 28th. And the next class we will learn another method that will be January 30th. And then we have February 4 and February 6. So this assignment will be due on February 11. Does that make sense? I plan for 2 weeks, 4 lectures to teaching those 4 different methods. I may change it if we catch up better. We have a good attendance than today. We may teaching 2 in 1 day, right? So this is temporary due over here is 11th. I give you 2 4 weeks, right? Half months to finish this one. So it's unlimited submission, individual submission, right? And I'm going to publish this one. So you can open this one, assignment one, from your course content and the assignment photo. And you find assignment one. So I'm going to open over here. So so today you will be able to perform the question one. How many projects we have here for the question one? 7. So when you're doing the B, you will divide by 7, right? So so what is your proposed project size for this one? Previous one you have 135 parking space, and this one you have 30,000 square feet, right? So what you are going to do the first step? You are adding a column over here, see unicorns, right? And then you calculate for each of them, right? And then you will find the A, C, and you add them together, you find the total divided by 7, you find the B, right? And then using the formula UC to getting the UC, and then using UC times with 30,000 to getting your project cost, right? Okay, go ahead to do this one. I'm starting the recording, okay? I'm sorry, I'm stopped the recording for today.